Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Every airplane you'll ever fly has a hidden set of limits. How fast it can go, how hard it can be maneuvered, before one of two things happens. The wing stops flying or the structure starts to bend. The FAA captures all of that on a single graph called the VG diagram. V for velocity and G for G-load. Learn how to read it and you'll understand exactly where the safe operating envelope of your aircraft begins and ends. Today we'll break down load factor, walk through the four edges of that envelope, and land on the single most important speed on the chart. And we'll use the airplane many of you train in, the Cessna 172 Papa, for the actual numbers. First of all, let's start off with the G part. Load factor is simply the ratio of lift the wings are producing to the actual weight of the airplane, and we express it in G's. In straight and level flight, the wings support exactly the aircraft's weight, that's 1 G. But the moment you turn or pull, the wings have to produce more lift than the aircraft weighs, and load factor climbs. In a level 60-degree bank turn, you're pulling 2 Gs, and the wing is working twice as hard. Everything in the airplane effectively weighs double here. Here's the key consequence. As load factor increases, stall speed goes up with it. Stall speed increases with the square root of the load factor, so at 2 Gs, your aircraft stalls about 40% faster than normal. Load factor, not just airspeed, is what determines how close that wing is to its limits. The four edges of the envelope. Now picture the diagram. Airspeed runs along the x-axis on the bottom and load factor runs up the y-axis. Four boundaries box in the safe zone, and this chart is valid for one specific weight and altitude. On the left is a curved line, the aerodynamic limit, the most a wing can make before it stalls. You cannot fly to the left of it. Notice that as airspeed increases, the wing can generate more G before it stalls. Across the top and bottom are the structural limits, the positive and negative limit load factors. The 172 Papa is certified in the normal category, and with the flaps up, its flight load limits are plus 3.8 and minus 1.52 Gs. Put the flaps down, and the positive limit drops down to plus 3 Gs. Flaps are structurally delicate. Load it lighter under the utility category and it's approved to plus 4.4. Push past the load limit and you risk permanent bending. The structure is only proven to 1.5 times that, about 5.7 Gs. The ultimate load before failure becomes likely. And on the right is a vertical line, Vne, the never exceed speed. On the 172 Papa, that's 158 knots. The red radial line on your airspeed indicator. Note too that the caution range starts at Vno, the maximum structural cruising speed, 127 knots on the 172 Papa. Above that yellow arc, fly only in smooth air. Look at where the curved stall line meets the top structural limit. That corner is maneuvering speed, VA, and it's a number every pilot needs to respect. The 172 Papa at its maximum gross weight of 2,400 pounds, VA is 99 knots. Here's why that matters. Below VA, the wing will always stall before it can be overstressed. You could haul back to a stop on the yoke and all you get is a stall. The airplane protects itself. Above VA, the story flips. The wing can now generate more lift than the structure can withstand, so an abrupt full flight control input or a strong gust can exceed that plus 3.8 limit and bend or break the airframe before the wing ever stalls. That's exactly why we slow to or below maneuvering speed in turbulence, and here's the part that trips people up. VA decreases as weight also decreases. On the 172 Papa, that 99 knots at gross drops to about 92 at 2,000 pounds and down to 82 knots at 1,600 pounds. A lighter airplane stalls at a lower speed, so its protective speed is lower too. Don't fly the gross weight number when you're light and solo. So let's tie it all together. On the 172 Papa, the VG diagram is your airplane's operating envelope. The curved stall line on the left, structural limits of plus 3.8 and minus 1.52 on the top and bottom, a VNE of 158 knots on the right, and maneuvering speed at the corner. 99 knots at gross drop into 82 when you're light. Your job as a pilot in command is to stay inside that box. Slow to VA in rough air, keep it under VNO unless the air is smooth, and respect the load limits in every steep turn and pull up. Know the chart, fly within it, and the airplane will take care of you. Fly safe, and we'll see you in the next lesson. To continue learning, make sure you follow us on all of our socials. And once again, thanks for watching.